Alright, so I'm gonna go over a game, like a door review. This is me versus Moxies. This is SemiFinals of it's triple Solemn tournament, so pretty decent prize. It was a pretty fun match. So open double thunder kind of sucks, but it's fine because of the charity, so all good. So we didn't really gain anything out of this. You know, we just got rid of Thunder Rings or hand, we still have 6 cards. But we don't have to deal with double Thunder Dragons, so I'm cool with it. Upstart. Here I was thinking about setting a ring as well. The reason I don't is I think if you do it this way, there's just no way the play goes bad for you. You know what I mean? Like if you do set the ring, then he heavies, you have the chain sunlight, the ring is nothing, the deco is supposed to draw anyway, so you kind of lose out on that. There's just no punish for this play, I don't think. Like maybe like mind control, chain summon Dawn or something, I don't know. But it beats pretty much everything, so I think it's just a safer play. Duo, see Thunder Dragon really fucked me here, but it's cool. You're not even dodging Duo anymore. Bless Thunder Dragon. Takes my mind control, my wind blast, or takes my mind control, I ditch wind blast. Like you just want to dump discard cards when they're not good. I guess I'll hide his hand. I guess I shouldn't know what his cards are for this example. So here, player on the dust shoot, take the draw. Upstart. I don't have a way to break the back row, you know what I mean? Or the monster. So I might as well swing and see what it is. If it's Faith, it gets back Duo, which is unfortunate, but then we can set Faith to it. If it's Deco or Singing or something like that's nice. We could also set the Faith and try to get back like mind control, but that feels too greedy. So I think just seeing what's going to happen first. Yeah, so with that. And we have a guaranteed charity next turn, which is nice. So we know that's his draw for turn because he didn't knock the deco. There's maybe some world where you play it safe and don't, but if I already played a power spell, like you have to react to it. So I can know that his card in hand now is Sinister for sure. So he's Sinister in hand, and he drew the knock. I don't know anything about his hand at all. I don't think he has a good set because he set the Serpent. So I don't think he has another good monster, and I know he has Sinister. So we get back Charity. And he sets again. Draw. So here, there was talk in the chat, the replay discussion about saving the Charity here. I just feel like it's too big of an advantage to be able to just flip the Faith. Like why not when I know he doesn't, obviously has nothing, because on his turn he set Sinister last turn, so he didn't develop his hand at all. Drew Knock, which doesn't really develop his hand further, and Knock didn't even do anything. So he's kind of in a rough spot right now, so why not just press the advantage? You know. Jar is probably my weakest card. Meta, also a weak card too. I mean, it's fine, it's a good card, but I think out of my hand, it's the worst. I want to space so I can Suki is the plan. I don't get TT'd. It's goats. And that's kind of cool actually, because like, I'm so far ahead, I feel already that the way I lose this game is goats. Like his deck walks me out with goat and meta, so it's kind of cool to see these start getting popped right now. I don't think he has meta because the Sinister's already stayed all around a turn, and he drew Knock. So he doesn't have meta in hand, because I think he would have meted and took the monster. Like he's already down bad, so I can say, it depends what this is. If this is Serpent, which it is, then it tells me more about his hand strength. I have a lot of cards to get back here, but I think it's just Charity. And you get to clear 2 goats. There's also the logic I could just go walk him right now, but I feel like that's just letting him draw out of a bad situation when I'm already ahead, you know? So we pass to him. Again, 3 cards in hand, I don't know any of them, but I know one's not meta. I don't think he has another monster in hand. We know the Sinister, we know the draw was Knock. So 3 unknown cards. actually look at him now. He is keeping faith. I think he tried to dance around the knock a little bit, but so I would not assume he has a faith. So that's kind of good play on his part. He goes back Sinister, summons the Sinister and slams. So now to turn off the Suki loop, and that's fine. I'm not gonna react to that, obviously. And then sets a card. Is that the card he just drew? More than likely it is, but I feel like if it was torrential, you're just gonna set the Faith or the Serpent again, right? Because then you just hit me when I summon the Suki. I guess maybe it's probably still Sinister, but I don't really change what I'm gonna do real. So if it doesn't get torrential here, I'm good. Even if I get torrential, my hand's still pretty fire. Give me 1 second, I'll let my dog in, so we'll be right back. Watch this. Not ending, but I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, we're back. So we draw here. Now deco, clear the ghost, which is nice. Because now if he wants to draw a meta, he has to commit to a normal summon. But we're starting to get kind of clogged here. So how long are we gonna? I think the next turn we have to break her because we need some cards out of hand. So we just drew Thunder Dragon. So there's one blank we don't know. It was draws. His opening hand, and he drew Knock, blank Thunder Dragon. So 3 cards in hand. Thunder Dragon, Sinister, and 4 unknowns. Still at this point we don't think that's a. He has a monster. We draw. I think the play the Jared here is fine. Again, we're getting clogged. Duo's doing nothing. He has Sinister and fucking Thunder Dragons. Breaker breaks. Takes out another goat. And this will let me see more about his hand here. So he has 2 Thunder Dragons in hand. I can't tell the draw here. 1 boss was a nice pickup. At this point, I feel like he does have a dark. I'm starting to get too many cards. So I can set the Wind Blast. For some reason, I fucking moved this here. I don't know what me or him were thinking about the Suki. I think I was just trying to count cards in his hand or whether I should do this. But it was a hell of a mistake. I hell cheated here. So I should have had 6 in hand, so I would have had to sit the Mirror Force. And then I draw the. Now I see I'm gonna feel kind of dumb for discarding Sengen, but it's fine because I didn't develop his board at all. So out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards, 3 are known. I can almost assume he has a Chaos Monster at this point too. Gone through 2 goats. And once you hit all the goats out of the deck, it's kind of cool because now he's going to have to commit his normal. I think this is the shitty one. Yeah, that's the better one. Sorry, y'all. Commit his normal to meta. So here I'm trying to push. And I think I just set the Faith, and I probably should set the Mirror Force here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't have to yet. Goes back Serpent. Sets. So there's been like 3 draws that I don't know or can't really like realistically figure out what they are. So we flip the Faith, get back to Charity. There's a double nice down, which is nice. Suki puts down. Yeah, that's probably right. Here I'm almost like, why didn't I just mind control it? But like, yeah, I'm not too scared of it. Mind control would have been insane right there. But I kind of want to savor something like a Kaiku, because my Chaos Monster should just win me this game. Like I'm gonna force him to like out this board, like this little lock here. Eventually I'm gonna draw heavy. I'm not scared about the goats because I have heavy in deck, so I have a plan to kill with. I'm a heavy of the board. He's gonna goats. I'm gonna snatch a goat, turn to attack mode, flip the Faith, space the snatch, giving him back that is like a game shot. So you get him under 3,000, which we're almost there. I have to set my entire hand, unfortunately. Still gonna lose out on Assailant. I probably could just drop the sorcerer here. I think that's playing too deserved. I do expect heavy. So yeah. So he's got Thunder Dragon, Sinister. I think a Chaos Monster. And Scapegoats. So it's not too bad of a heavy though. So we get to ring the breaker to put him below 3,000, so the game shot with the Soldier Snatch works. Booking the deco. So even through that, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. But 3 of his are 2 Thunder Dragons and a Sinister, so really only has 5 cards, and my card quality is really high. And again, set. Oh my god, cool. Draw. There's still no Sinister. I was looking at this whole game. Do I forget Sinister? I just never saw it. I wanted to dig more, but I think I should have just flipped the Faith to get back something more relevant, you know? Because I could have got TT'd here. I know one's goats. Draw pot. I'm like, alright. Even the risk of decking out pot, the heavy play is still game. So let's just get more cards. And there it is. Heavy gets back space. And we storm. He goats. And because we run the breaker, we get to snatch the goat, turn goat to attack mode. I think the game cuts out for this. Space the snatch, give him back the goat, light dark, and then Soldier's Bang. Yeah. Take that. Easy game. Game 2. I don't know how to play this one. Like, I guess I could just set Cyberjar. I should just set Cyberjar, really. I went in with the breaker. Setting Cyberjar would be much better, but he gets 2 Thunder Dragons, so again, no 2 cards in his hand. He does meta into breaker, which usually isn't that great. You know, you want to use better removal than that, but I don't have the out for it. I draw onto him with a Wind Blast, hoping he dies. My Wind Blast will save it somehow, but it gets banished. Take another 16. Duos. I'm like, this is going real bad real quick. What can I do? It's the snatch. My duo's not doing shit here. There's no reason for it. It was like worst case scenario. I'm like, well, this is just over. I killed the breaker, I guess. Or I guess 1,000 eyes. I don't know. It was a really good answer here. I can set. I don't know what's going to accomplish. Creature swap. I'm down bad. And then I draw. Another knock. And breaker kills me. I mean, probably setting the draw was better. I agree with the nano on that one. I don't think it would have mattered, but them's the breaks. Game 3. This was like an interesting one. So I set the cyber draw here first. I know he doesn't have a lot of outs. Like he doesn't have the blatantness and stuff like that. But if I get a knock bait, it's nice. If it goes off too, I should be fine. Firm believer that more cards gives the better player, or just anyone more, like it decreases variance, you know? So he sets, which is ideal, because what was he going to hit it with? Realistically, I don't have a set card. So it's like he's not going to some breaker and hit it with, and his chaos control deck, I just don't see him setting it or swinging into it. Maybe D-Roidity, that's the only thing I can consider. So, I mean, be about it, right? Flip it, and he's drawing 5 cards. Okay, so his 5 cards are pretty fucking good, so are mine. So he's got Soldier, Sork, and Hand that are both alive. Yeah, so it's body. What do I know right now? I know all the 3 monsters, Breaker, Singin. That should be Reaper. It was a mistake. He set the wrong one. But I know those 3. So 3 there. And then I don't know what the face down is, but I know he has 2 Thunder Dragons in hand. I saw him get. We only discarded got 1. No, he should have all his Thunders. Yeah. Have I seen Thunder Dragon yet? I've not. I've got Thunder Dragon. Okay. So he only has BLS and Sork. But I don't know anything else really. So I got a pretty good setup here. I don't want to just flip the Sunlight and try to guess on the Singin. So I think I just pass. Hirageki breaks and discards a Thunder Dragon. I'm like, okay. That's weird. But hitting the Wind Blast is actually really rough because these aren't that good of defensive traps if I'm just trying to not die. Just going to have to go against Chaos Sorcerer and BLS. So like if I drop in Solemn 1, it still comes down and takes half my life. I saw him the other one, I'm only at 2,000. I died with a lot of shit. He draws, discards Thunder, gets Thunder Dragon. Which means he opened 2 Thunders and kept 1. So first Tico, I'm like, wait. That shouldn't be like, I should know all your back rows. So it was meta. Actually, if it wasn't on top, I would have won, but whatever. Flips the Reaper, which I mean, whatever here. He didn't mean to summon Reaper, but it's okay. So here, honestly, I think I'll let this go through. I draw, and then this takes out the Reaper. I saw like some comments I should have not hit the Reaper because this game, if I draw Sork or Ring, but if I draw Sork or Ring, it's also just game because I have Sork and Ring. So take out the Reaper, but still one thing that doesn't float. The better play, honestly, is one that Breaker swung, is what's to flip Sunlight, take the draw, and the kill on the Breaker, which would leave him a face-up Reaper and a Singin and no way to really get the guys off board without dropping a Chaos. And obviously, if he drops a Chaos, I'm in a good spot. But he also knows that I have a set Solemn and a BLS in hand. So he sets a monster and passes, which at this point I can assume is Deco. So I would know what Thunder Dragon, BLS, Sork, blank, blank. Thunder Dragon, BLS, Sork, blank, blank, right? Yeah. And then my turn here. So I need to clear this as efficiently as possible. The next turn, I feel like I'm close to dying if things don't go well. Because we're both in that game state where it's like, you know, you want to not die and hold your sword from BLS. So I'm like, well, how do I play through all this and not let him kill me next turn? Because I don't know, like heavy would almost lose me the game because I'd lose a Solemn, I'd go to 4,000, and then sword comes down, or BLS comes down, I'm supposed to Solemn go to 2,000. It's just not looking good. So I need a Chaos card to come out and not eat a Solemn. Like, I need to save a Solemn once the Chaos is on board. I meta this into Balter, because now I'm protected from heavy, and I think if he needs more cards, pot, something like that, it's going to take him, it'll take that option away. I don't know why I hit the Sing in here. I definitely should hit the face down, because I end up hitting. Because if I pass here, and it's more my fault for not hitting the deco. It was Suki, so it actually tells me another card in his hand, but I need the soldier actually does something by dropping it, other than just taking a card out from the top of the deck, taking a draw away, which I should have just hit with the Singin. I could have just hit and then bam bam for damage, which may have been better. But yeah, this also puts a Chaos Monster on board and doesn't give it the ability to attack. You see what I mean? Because if I just kept this in hand, right, and he dropped Sorcerer, I feel like I need to Solemn it, right? That's the Balter. If he dropped Soldier, I feel like I need to Solemn it, right? I get on 2,000, then you know someone's game. Here, I can let him drop so he drops return, right? Okay. So now I know he has Thunder Dragon, Chaos Sorcerer, BLS, and Decorchi. So there's two cards I don't know. Thunder Dragon's irrelevant, and so is Decorchi, I think. Shouldn't matter at all. So if he drops, and I'm breaking all the spells with Balter. If he goes White Dark and summons Sorcerer, and I Solemn it, then I go to 4,000. Then he White Dark summons Soldier, and I Solemn it for 2,000, and then Snatch his game. So Snatch would beat me here. So how do I play around Snatch? Because I really don't need, I feel like I have the ability to play around everything. If he does summon the Sorcerer, and I don't Solemn, right, and he banishes the Balter, then that means he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in hand, 2, 4, 6, right? 5 goes to Sorcerer, Sorcerer banishes the Balter. Then if he plays heavy, uses the Balter, that's banished to free up a spell. Then I could Solemn the spell, and it still did the same thing as a Chaos Monster, hit the board, didn't do card Solemn, and the heavy would take it out. So then he'd be down to what, 5 cards? If he Sorcerers. One being BLS, Thunder Dragon, Deco. One unknown card, right? And then if he drops the BLS, I have to Solemn it. So then I'm sitting with Sunlight and Solemn. And at 4,000 with a face up Balter or BLS, depending on which one he banishes. You know, if I have to use the first Solemn. If he drops that, it goes heavy, I Solemn the heavy, Sorcerer's on board, this is gone, and then drop Soldier, and I banish. I'm now at Solemn the heavy, and I Solemn the Soldier. The Kessler was already removed. I'm good. So I survived there. So I think I'm still trying, I'm beating Snatch. And my end play is going to be, because he's got rid of Suki. Suki's gone. and then 2 Chaos Monsters are gone. He's not going to have a good out to the Thousand Eyes Restrict for the Sorcerer, which I'm going to set Faith and Desert Sunlight it and get back meta. I'm going to have a Thousand Eyes Restrict with Solemn set against a board of nothing. If he summons that, I let it go through. He banishes the Soldier. I'm like, okay. So now I know that he doesn't have a spell. I don't think he has a spell really. This kind of tells me that. He drops Soldier. I have to Solemn this. So now his cards in hand are Thunder Dragon, blank, Deco, blank. Tribe. I'm like, fuck. If I Solemn the Tribe now, I die to Snatch. I feel like I made this whole play to just play around Snatch. Or another Chaos Monster. But Chaos Monster beats me anyway. There's 2 gone. So I'm like, it'll be 32. It won't kill me. And then he'll have Thunder Dragon. I mean, he'll lose a card here. So obviously the Thunder Dragon guard his hand. Kills the Balter. Sure. And he has Dekoichi in hand. And blank. And he duos. So here, there wasn't much that did something here. I have the ring, I have the Solemn set. So the only thing that needs to not happen is that duo to not hit the Faith. Because next turn I'll be flipping set Faith, flip with the Sunlight, get back the meta Faith into Thousand Eyes. Thousand Eyes take this and I'll smack that. And then I have Thousand Eyes Solemn to a deco. But, you know, it didn't work out that way. He ended up hitting the Faith, which was unfortunate. And I don't have an out. I draw Chaos out. I'm like, well, the only thing I can do is set deco and hope to draw like a Chaos Monster. I draw duo. So yeah, that's, yeah, no way. I was surprised too, man. The duo was crazy. But what could you do? But really fun game. It was just cool interaction of like, I know what he has and he knows what I have, knowing there's a Solemn. But I think too, if he opened with Tribe, he would have had to actually draw the or hit the 1 out of 5 on duo, which would have got it. If he summons Tribe, I'm almost forced to Solemn it, right? Because he would just ditch, summon, and I just die. But interesting game. Thank you, everybody.